What's going on, my friends? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Power of the Primes, Novastar. Now, Novastar came to me from the good folks over at Amazon.com. Yes, I paid for the figure, that's what I mean. And, well, what can I say? It's a repaint slash slight remold of Moonracer. The only difference between her and Moonracer is the head sculpt. And, well, that's pretty much it. Oh, and the gun she comes with. Novastar here comes with this cool gun. And I actually really like this gun. I think this is a neat gun. It's got what appears to be two different barrels. I'm assuming one is supposed to be the sight. It's big, and it looks like it's supposed to combine with maybe Elita 1's weapons. I don't know. But it's a nifty gun. I like it. She also comes with her Prime armor, and just like Moonracer's, it is painted in her colors of red and orange, while then Moonracer's is in that teal and white. And she's exactly as good a quality as Moonracer. Poseability is exactly the same. It's the same figure. What else do you want me to say? It's the exact same figure. It is, really. They're right next to each other. They're exactly the same, except for maybe one different component in that Moonracer's belly is clear and Novastar's isn't. I mean, all the parts are exactly the same, except for the paint. But that's okay, because this is a really good mold. Now, we have Elita 1 being a Voyager-class figure, who is maybe a remold or maybe a pre-mold of Starscream, and then we've got Chromia coming in Siege. If we have one more Ladybot, we can make a Ladybot combiner team. In terms of poseability, head is on a ball joint and that can swivel. Ball joint in the shoulder that can move in and out. And it's funny because that looks like there's metal in there. Ball joint in the elbow. No fist articulation, unfortunately, except for the wrist articulation for the transformation. Torso swivel. Novastar can kick forward that much. She can kick back that much until she hits her carbarts. Bend at the knee, 90 degrees. There is another bend here, but it's really tight, so you could get that kind of look going. And then she's got a little bit of ankle articulation forward and back. Creepily, both Ladybots can pull off the Japanese kneeling or sitting position, kind of like they're robot geishas. That's weird, Japan. Novastar's transformation it's the same as Moonracer. If you've seen that video review, then you know how this goes. So we're going to flip down the backpack part, put the arms forward, take the entire torso, and turn it 180 degrees to bring the top canopy of the vehicle mode to the front of the figure, then turn the bottom part of the legs 180 degrees, collapse the feet up into the shins, collapse the front of the vehicle mode into that, and then we have the front of the racer mode. And then we can really creep people out with a kind of Centaur Novastar racing mode. But that's not the official mode. I guess this would be a Gerwalk mode? Anywho, now that the figure is, or the chest of the figure, torso is leaning forward, flip the head back into the chest, fold the chest back up, take the fists and rotate them down on their wrists, and then fold them up above the head, or where the head would be. Take the shoulder panels and flip them in, pegging them into the tops of the shoulders. And that's all she wrote. That is Novastar's Dragster mode? I think the Dragster mode is pretty cool, and I actually like the red and the orange a little bit better than Moonracer's, but they are two peas in the pod. They are mold sisters. Now, one thing that I didn't realize before is you can actually attach the Prime armor to the back and then plug the gun into one of the thumbs and just plug it in back here. And that's how you get the weapon to deploy in vehicle mode. That actually looks pretty cool and I think works pretty well. Would have liked to see it, in the center, but that works. It's kind of like a mortar that way. Combined up with Elita 1 to form Invincible, whatever. Novastar works fine. As a limb, I actually think the coloring of Novastar with the orange and the red and the gold and the silver work incredibly well. However, not with Alita 1. This burgundy white pink motif that Alita has going just is bad. In fact, Alita is just a bad figure in general. Not that Starscream is much better, mind you. But yeah, I don't like Alita. But Novastar is fine. Novastar is a perfectly good figure that really deserves more love than she's gotten from Hasbro. Yeah, she's a retool or a repaint, but I like her. I do. I liked Moonracer, but this color scheme just works. The fire red, the orange, the head sculpt is fantastic. I have no complaints about that beautiful head sculpt. She's a solid figure, and definitely worth having in your collection. Now, Power of the Primes is pretty much on its way out. We're getting her, we're getting Inferno, which I have yet to review, and we're getting those last 3 Amazon exclusives. Amazon? Yeah, Amazon. Repugnus, Blastoff, both of which I have reviewed, and Counterpunch, which hopefully should be in my grubby little hands in another month or so, whenever it gets released. Come on. Release it, Hasbro. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of this figure down in the comments. I really like her. I think she's totally worth having. Hit that like and subscribe button. As always, I'm Baltmatrix, and I'll catch you next time.